Hello, welcome to the Augmentation of Man. I'm Renee Miller.
Kent.
Today, we're going to be talking about a recently channeled message that is reinforcing past messages that we've had, and that is that the pressure is going to rise on humanity. So we're going to be squeezed to effect a certain outcome.
Yep.
And so things are going to amp up even more.
Ramping up quickly.
It started out that there's this energy that's going to be exerted upon humanity that is synchronizing with a sequence of events meant to change human behavior to conform to universal laws.
How to change a large part of humanity as far as the behavior is concerned, but not all of humanity.
And I think, we have to be clear. Are we talking about behavior like common behavior? Are we talking about a general direction that humanity is going?
I think talking about both, I think the behavior of humanity itself, because those that have become more in tune with their soul, they will change physically and mentally.
And how they interact with
Right.
people.
And those that don't interact with their own soul, get to know their own soul, will not change. They'll still be who they are, violent, etc. So
Acting on behalf of the
emotion,
physical self, not the
emotion,
higher
yeah,
self. And in an emotional way or in a greedy way or any of those unfavorable sort of
yeah. So
characteristics.
it is meant to move humanity away from the current perceptions that recapture and to recapture the essence of the human truth's identity, which and who's at the soul level and who isn't.
Mhm. And so, who we are at the soul level, because when we enter into this physical reality, our vibration is tweaked to to kind of lay the groundwork for the path that we have chosen to experience while we're here. So our vibration while we're here in this physical body has been altered from who we are as a soul. So the object here is, how do we get back in vibrational alignment with our soul at this period of time when we are wrapping up the lessons of the first four dimensions, and we have to understand who we are at the soul level.
Yeah, I believe that I understand I3 Atlas,
Three eye
three
atlas.
Atlas, whatever, was the blue star that the Hopi was waiting for to give them the key, the give them the beginning of their prophecy. So as each event does occur, humanity will develop a quick but unreliable assessment of what happened. These events will continue to repeat with increasing intensity until we reach a deeper and more comprehensive understanding of each event that does occur.
So as these events unfold, and they're using it in a plural form, so we are analyzing these events after they happen. We've been told previously, if we really want to understand the event, we have to go back to everything that led up to that event happening. That will give us the picture of what has truly happened.
Yeah, that's causing the truth to come out. All these events were causing
Mhm.
truth to prevail itself.
But we have this tendency to draw a quick
That's
conclusion
true.
of an event, and it's unreliable because we don't go back and study
We don't, yeah,
all the decisions that were made or the thinking that led up to that event that we're looking
Yeah,
at.
we don't stop long enough to analyze in the short sense an event. We
Hmm.
just we shoot what they call from the hip or
Yeah.
emotional.
And so, because that understanding is unreliable, these events will keep playing out
Until
over
until we
and over
understand.
again. They may
Yeah.
look like a different event, but the lesson underneath is the same. And so they will keep repeating, but repeating with increasing intensity. So each event will get more intense as
Yes.
we progress along until we reach a deeper and more comprehensive understanding of what's going on.
So humankind always is trying to redefine the soul or the self by their own terms. They don't search for the soul within the self, but in order not to be able to have to spend the time to research it, they redefine it.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And
To
that,
what's
yeah,
convenient,
because
huh?
it's convenient for them. So based on the value it's placed on it, they lose that value.
So if someone doesn't put a whole lot of value on their soul or doesn't hold their soul at a higher value, then the definition of that the
Well,
higher self or the soul is
well,
going to depend on the value system that they place on the higher
right. Well,
self and the soul.
the definition is based on their own value system,
Right.
not the true value of the soul. So um, the truth is coming out now, and it's going to increase more and more. But will humanity listen to the truth? No, not everybody will listen to the
Mhm.
truth because the truth doesn't agree with their perceptions and ideology.
And so, it looks like in this lesson, now all these concepts are coming from the same lesson. It looks like they're two disparate ideas that they're discussing, but in reality, they are related.
Mhm.
So, when we're talking about what is the purpose of life and why we are here, it is our spiritual evolution through an experiential learning field. So we are in an experiential learning field. It is also experimental field as well because we are part of a bigger experiment, and that includes the extraterrestrials. So as we go through these events, we are coming to a point where we are more understanding of who we are at a soul level. Our conscious evolution, meaning where we are in relationship to the rest of the universe, our placement within the understanding of the universe, where we are, and the wisdom that we gain as we live through these experiences, all of that, and our understanding, it all grows exponentially when we turn inward and really think about these
Yeah.
experiences that
So
we're going through.
all these events, that's the earthquakes, the volcanoes, the floods, all these events will continually increase in intensity in creating pressure on humankind.
Mhm.
It's not going to be easy and it's
No,
not going to be comfortable. So it'll put the pressure on humankind, the squeeze on humanity to push us through a place of vulnerable weakness where we have no solid foundation at all.
you think about, let me just interrupt you for a moment. When we are really down and out, when we get
Yeah,
to the bottom of the pit, when we are at a point of beyond desperation, what do? We give it up to God. That's when we surrender.
we
We
surrender
we
our
have nothing
ego, we
left.
surrender ourself. Yeah.
We have nothing left in us to fight. We have nothing left in us to resist. And that is the place they're trying to get us to.
Now, resisting for an outside entity? No. Resisting your ego. How to learn how to become humble again, because we are not the smartest entity in the universe. We are still in a learning process. So they do this to create a more malleable humanity and easy to accept new paradigms in which we gain a new respect for the higher self. But humanity is difficult, extremely difficult to work with, and has to be pushed to a weak point where we finally capitulate and say, okay, I'm
Mhm.
done resisting.
Yeah. And and um and that we're open to accepting a new truth.
Well,
We're open to
closer to the
accepting,
real truth.
yeah.
Yeah.
And let go of our belief systems, let go of the ideologies. Um,
That has divided this whole world.
mhm.
The religions, the races, everything.
And then we are going to have our star brothers and sisters that will come in after this.
Yeah, and they may not look like us. We have to learn how to
Mhm.
accept those that do not look human. Accept those because they've got a lot more to teach us than we thought we knew.
Yeah. But they're going to be re-scripting our belief systems to mirror a universal truth.
Mhm.
And so right now we're not there. We won't give up our belief systems, our ideologies, um, to be replaced with a more comprehensive truth. And so we have to be um, brought to this vulnerable weakness in order to be molded and reshaped in our own minds a new understanding.
Yeah, the illusion has been removed of who we think we are. We think we're more important than we truly are. So there is nothing left but the value of our souls. And we'll be able to give our egos up and our ideologies and all these things that hold us back.
Our belief
Yes,
systems.
our beliefs.
Mhm.
And as soon as we relax and give those up, then we begin to learn.
Mhm.
But until then, we're stuck in a paradigm of self resistance and non
Mis
learning.
and misperception.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not learning because we think we already know it
And we're
all.
stuck in the old ideologies.
Mhm. So on the horizon, humanity will move away from using things that only serve to divide us, such as race, gender, sexual orientation, our country of origin, our political orientation, all of that we will migrate away from. But that is on the horizon. It's not anywhere
Not,
soon at this point.
not
We
close.
we have to be broken down,
Yeah.
really.
And humanity hasn't been broken down yet, but all these events, let me tell you, will break humanity down.
Mhm. And I think a lot of those events are going to be natural
Yeah,
disasters.
and they're already beginning to happen. It's not something that's going to be in the future. It has
Mhm.
already begun.
And we have spoken of for years, decades, about the increase in volcanic and earthquake activity and earth changes
And
But that's, I mean, Earth was born to rumble, is what our guides have
Mhm.
told us. But that being said, is I think this is going to be a new level of intensity. And they said that the volcanic activity would precede the earthquake activity, which we are seeing in this past week
well,
is
we've been seeing it this year.
volcanoes that have been dormant for a
Oh,
long
one
time
was
now are
10,000 years.
erupting.
Yeah, 10,000 years since it's erupted. Now it's erupted.
And so we're going to see an increase in intensity of volcanic activity, followed by an increase in intensity of major
Which
earthquakes.
will cause a restructuring or reshaping of continents.
Right. And
So,
new areas for us to explore
sure.
because areas that were underwater before will be above water and old civilizations will be discovered. We will learn more about our history at that
The true
time.
history, yeah.
Yeah.
So this will all lead to, eventually, will lead to um, individualism and will prevail as the truth is known now. So individualists are good. We will regain our individual rights to live as a human race.
And to think for ourselves
Yeah.
without the influences, the external influences. So this would be moving us in a direction of think for yourself, do your own homework,
Yeah.
do your research.
This will open us who we are. This will open up to the value of who we are and
Mhm.
why we're even here.
Right. And so it's all about the learning,
That's right.
the expansion of understanding, the expansion of wisdom, and the expansion of our consciousness.
Hmm. So I don't know if you're ready to go through these events. They're going to be tough. It's going to be very hard. But if you prepare yourself and listen and analyze each event, you want to come to understand where you should be and why you're here and who you really are.
And try to align yourself to your authentic self.
So
Not trying to portray
something you're
something
not.
else
Yeah.
because it's cool or because I want to portray myself as this kind of person, but it may not be out of authenticity. So we
And
need to get back to our authentic selves.
and I know many of you out there are working jobs 5, 6 days a week. If you can find 15 minutes at least to completely calm your mind, whether it be in the evening or early morning, calm your mind. You may not get nothing, but you'll calm your soul, or you'll learn to accept the day as it comes. Do not be alarmed of what is happening in the world and what's going to happen. Calm yourself because this will lead to others around you to become calmer when they see
Mhm.
that you are calm. So you have a direction to lead others, whether you want to or not. And many of you can lead, even though not knowingly, by calming yourself with these events that are coming and events that are happening.
Lead by example.
Yes.
Mhm. So, we do want to remind you that it's really important if you have not stocked up on food and supplies to do it now. I mean, we're really running out of time at this point. Seeds, non-hybridized seeds. It doesn't necessarily have to be heirloom, but non-hybrid. And when you're looking at seeds, sometimes they use the term hybrid sometimes they use the term F as in Frank, one, F1. That is a hybrid. So you want to stay away from those because the reason why is that you grow a tomato plant that is not a hybrid. You can harvest the seeds from that tomato for the following year, dry them out, very good. And then you should soak them for tomatoes. This tomatoes only. Soak them in water for a few days, then dry them really well, and then pack them in where they're dry and cool. Keep them in the refrigerator if you have room. The other thing I want to bring up is that Christmas is around the corner, and a lot of these predictions are in these books. In this one, A Study in Renaissance, these are available on Amazon, 1999. And the last chapter of this book goes deep into all these changes. And the beginning part of it has a lot to do with what is karma, what is dimensions, and it's not the common definition that is out there today because this information has morphed over thousands of years and it has moved away from the truth. So this brings it back to the truth. These are lessons that have been channeled, and they come mostly from the ancients, but also professors of higher realms of understanding. And so Kent and my name are not on as authors. The authors are the ancients and professors of higher realms of understanding. This is the second book, The Acquiescence of Humanity. This has a lot to do with our association with extraterrestrial beings, our history, and massive Earth changes to come, how Nibiru or Planet X fits into this picture, where our genetics are going, how we are being genetically upgraded, the relevance of December 21st, 2012, and the multiple forces at play that are redirecting humanity's path. So those are both available on Amazon.
Yeah. And we encourage you to not only read those, but read other books that you feel is telling the truth, that you feel is in here, that you feel also that tells the truth, so you can learn and understand.
Our guides had told us to read books of antiquity. If you go way back, the ancient books, because
If you can
that
find
was more aligned to truth than recent books. So
so
happy holidays to all of you,
and
in
be as
spite of all this.
calm as you can be. Fight the urge to fight.
Yes, right. And we need to be kind to our fellow man, and listen. We need to listen to our fellow man and truly listen to what they say to come to an understanding of each other and listen to that inner voice too.
And like I said, when you pray, if you're going to pray, listen for the answer. Just don't walk away from that prayer. Because the answer will be given to you only if you listen carefully.
Comes in like a thought, but you know you didn't think it.
Yeah.
So pay attention. Peace be with you on your journey to enlightenment.